How's it going, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video, and today going to be showcasing the brand new INT Super Saiyan 3 Goku that was gifted to us quite recently, well, yesterday, on the Japanese version of the game. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day as always, and if you do enjoy today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new. And to quickly go over what he does, Loki voice crack there, but he gives free key and a 33% health, attack and defensive increase to the Super Saiyan 3 category, so he is basically the second best Super Saiyan 3 category lead in the game. It causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises his attack for 3 turns, and it gives a 33% attack and defensive increase to the Super Saiyan 3 category, so he is a bit more of a support unit, but he still has that bit of damage thanks to that super attack mechanic. His links are Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Experienced Fighters, Attack, Kamehameha, Over in a Flash, and Limit Breaking Form. And that's pretty much what he has about him. 12 key multiplier of 130%. Gonna most likely keep him paired up with the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock just because I will be able to activate that Experienced Fighters link as well as Super Saiyan consistently, and I'm very curious to see how well he is going to be performing on this team with that additional support that he provides. And to be fair, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did end up using like 3 Kais on him. I mean, in the end it's whatever, but I would rather not use Kais on him, but I did in the end. I had 2 Super Saiyan 3 Goku dupes left over, so I managed to get him to Super Attack 7, because of course they gave us 5 to start off with, and then I fed him 2 from the dupes that I had, and just gave him 3 Kais, because why not? I want to showcase these units at Super Attack 10 as frequently as possible. And I believe this is our very first N-type Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So now there is a Super Saiyan 3 Goku of every type. If I'm not mistaken, we have the Agility Super Saiyan 3, we have Tech Angel Goku, we have the Intelligence one, which is the one that I'm showcasing now, of course. STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who is still probably one of my more favorite Super Saiyan 3s. And then the physical one, which of course Dokkans from the Super Saiyan 2 Goku in the barbershop. And here he is. Right, can I actually avoid super attacking here? And then we can super attack with the Goku. And let's just see what he can do. So I think the best possible way to try out how much or how big of an effect he has on the Bardock is by getting rid of the Bardock in the next rotation and just seeing how much of an increase he actually provides overall. So the Goku himself hit for 300k there, which, I mean, it's not bad considering how he doesn't have any potential system buffs. And of course, he has a bit more of a support unit, so it does make sense. And can I avoid super attacking here? I can't. Well, I was trying to save as much time as possible here. I mean, it's not like I'm in a rush or anything, but I just like getting past particular stages as fast as I can, just because I don't know, I just don't like it dragging on, pretty much. And I still have to take on a new boss rush stage, and I just want to use a different team for that in particular, and I don't want to focus too much on, showcasing a unit when I take on that particular stage, just because I really want to get a nice feel for it. And this is definitely going to be a one-shot. 5.1 mil Valkyrie, so damn good. Okay, now I actually have to super attack with the Bardock to see how hard he's going to hit, and then I have to get rid of the Goku. But the thing is, it's going to be getting rid of that Experienced Fighters link, so, I mean, it's whatever in the end, but... Right, this actually isn't bad. We can just keep the Goku out of rotation. I know that we are supposed to be showcasing the Goku here, but just for the sake of seeing how much of an increase he actually gives you units like the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock and Goku, I think it's good that we do this for at least one turn. And I didn't actually count how many rainbow orbs I grabbed there. I don't even know if I grabbed any rainbow orbs at all. So just for the sake of accuracy, I'm going to go off Bardock's attack stat. Okay, 1.9 mil. Okay, what? And my one has no dupes. Keep that in mind. 1.9 million. Definitely keeping that in mind. And then the Goku is at 364k. And of course, he gets stronger with every single super attack. So, but once we actually keep him in rotations consistently, we will get a better understanding, so to speak, of what he can do once he super attacks multiple times. And I'm just gonna heal up here. I'm hoping that I don't get absolutely demolished. I probably should have put the Vegeta in the first slot, but I mean, it's whatever. I will probably get super attacks for like 100k, depending on who he super attacks here. Hopefully, not going to be the Super Saiyan 3 GT. Oh, boy. Okay, I need this man to chill a little. Like, just get back. Stay in your corner. Go away. Oh, okay, that scared me. That, yep, I'm not gonna lie, that legitimately scared me. There we go. So that is a key super attack. Interesting. And I didn't get super. That was kind of worrying. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That was a bit nerve-wracking. And now I can put the Bardock in the first slot. Right, so let's see how hard he's gonna hit without those additional increases from the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Or just the attack stat. Oh. 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 So it didn't go up by as much as I thought it did. Yeah, it didn't go up by that much at all. Which is a bit of a surprise considering how he's supposed to be giving a 33% attack and defensive increase, as well as activating the experienced fighter's link. That definitely is a bit of a shocker to me. Maybe the card's broken. I mean, let's just see what happens here. I think another great test would be to see the Super Saiyan 3 GT and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the rotation together, which they are now actually. So they are actually going to be giving the Gotenks a massive increase here, and then I'll get the Bardock to come back round with both of these supports. That should be a super attack instantly. There we go. And then we can super attack with the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. So firstly, I am going to heal up just because I don't want to get absolutely demolished. And here we go. Super attack with the Goku first, getting a massive increase from, of course, the Super Saiyan 3 GT. No experienced fighters link active. But once the Bardock comes back around, we should be able to activate that particular link. But again, with every single super attack, we are increasing his overall attack stat. So hopefully we can keep that going for a few rotations. But that attack stat just under 3 million. And there we go, 2.1 mil. And you know what? The better Bardock is actually going to end up coming back round. So I'm going to keep that one paired up with my Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Didn't one, of course. 1.3 mil. I'm so... No, guys. Like, am I missing... So, oh, I'm definitely missing out on something here. Something extremely obvious I must have missed something extremely obvious. I must have grabbed a ton of rainbow orbs. Right, let's go over this. Grab this, and then I kind of want to avoid a Dokkan mode here up until the last stage at the very least. Let's see how high his attack stat is going to be. Over 2 million for sure. Yeah, there we go, over 2 mil. But of course he is getting a massive 63% attack increase from both of these supports, and we finish it off with a critical hit. I mean, the issue with that is that the Goku didn't have a chance to super attack, so he kind of reset the progress that we made, which is a bit of a shame, but there wasn't much else that we could do there, unfortunately. And this pretty much guarantees that we are going to take him out here and get a Dokkan mode next turn with the other Bardock, which isn't bad, but then again, it goes back to what I was saying before. See, this is where I'm confused. Like, okay, one thing that we do have to take into account, actually, is that the in Bardock, you know, in the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock gives a 40% attack increase to super type allies. So I think the reason why their attack stats were so high without any support units being active is because we were in that particular restriction required to activate that passive, which is a 70% will be 70% below. So that was basically giving us a total attack increase of 80%. So that is most likely why it admittedly is something that I overlooked temporarily, but oh damn. What link is that? It must be first battle. That's annoying. You know what? Let's just go for the Dokkan mode here. And I'll grab these with Goku as well. And hopefully, I will actually be able to get consistent super attacks off with him in the upcoming event, which should be the Janemba event. And the lack of Dokkan mode kind of worries me there, but one good test is actually going to be activating his own passive, which of course gives that 40% attack increase, and seeing how he performs with the Goku in play as well. So, I'm going to try to avoid healing up at all costs. I, of course, can use items that just reduce the amount of damage that I take, which of course will allow me to maintain that particular restriction. But this is going to be pretty close to a one-shot, if not a one-shot. He is missing out on the Fierce Battle Link, unfortunately, but it should still hit relatively hard. 1.4 mil with a Dokkan mode. And 259k. So, I mean, he is somewhat hard. He isn't going to be the hardest hitting unit in your team by any means. But one thing I do want to test out, yet again, is how hard both of those units can hit with the passive from the Super Saiyan 3 Goku active, and of course the Bardock passive active as well. But the issue here is that we just healed up. Which is a bit of a shame, but Gotenks is hopefully going to one-shot here. I mean, we have a type advantage, 11 key super attack as well. Boost from the Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku, but I'm sensing a super attack here. I'm sensing it. Okay, never mind. With that attack stat, there is no way we are going to take this out. This team is definitely one of the finest teams in the game to run. I enjoy it. Like, when you just have certain units, certain teams are just, like, way funner to run, in my opinion. And here we go, moving on to the Janemba stage. And still no passive active. See, the issue with this particular event is that we're just going to have an advantage for the majority of it. So it's going to be kind of hard to go below that restriction that is required to activate the Bardock passive, especially because it can tank so well. This will do a decent amount at the very least. How much? 19k, we're getting there. So 1.6 mil so far. No Fierce Vassal active. That is a link that I'll definitely want to focus on a bit more. And there we go. So to be honest, this is more of a showcase of what the Goku can do for the other units on the team, instead of actually showcasing the Goku himself. But it's kind of hard when I'm pretty much one-shotting everything. You know what? I need to start putting the Goku in the first slot just so that I can actually see how high that attack stat of his can get. But at the same time, I'm trying to activate Bardock's passive. So it's tough. It's definitely tougher than I thought it would be. And that's a one-shot. That Super Saiyan Link is OP. It is so damn OP. I don't know who thought that making the Super Saiyan Link strong against this event was a good idea, but you know what? You do you. Alright, so this is pretty much activating every single one. Okay, I say every single one, the majority of his major attack links. Attack stat 310,000. To be honest, that's not bad. Considering that he doesn't get, well, I'm pretty certain that the attack increase does apply to himself. And now Bardock's passive should be active. He was getting a massive 33% from the GT Goku as well. But Bardock's attack stat there was ridiculously high. 2.3 million. And I believe that was without his own passive active. So that just shows you how great he actually is. Especially when you take that other passive into account. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Whis. And I'm going to be putting the Gotenks in the last slot. Because I am not going to be about that life. I do not want to die here. But because of the defensive increase I will get from the team, it should be more than sufficient to survive here. Especially with the Whis active. But I just really want to see these guys in action with the Bardock passive active. It is active now. But I wanted to try out the other one. Who of course has way more potential system buffs. And he is not dodging anything. Okay. Like, how? He normally dodges everything. Like, legit. 1 million, and watch your Super Saiyan Gotenks, or Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks attack hit as well. Oh wow, it did hit. And it got a crit as well. He is not dodging anything. This is certainly a surprise. Well, looks like we are moving on to the next stage, which is a bit of a surprise, to be honest. Because I didn't expect to go this long without... Well, I didn't expect Janemba to, like, not dodge anything, which certainly caught me off guard. Right, let's go for this then, and then we can aim for the Trunks here. And because I don't want to die, I'm going to use the... No, see, I would have used the Bulma item there, but that gives an attack increase, so it's going to be a bit of an inaccurate representation of what the Goku's actually given here. And of course, that is on top of the Bardock passive, with 320k with the first super attack. So he still has a few more super attacks to go. And of course, like I mentioned before, with every single super attack, he gets stronger and stronger. But 2.4 million, that is insane. I need that Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku to come back round. Because I can imagine that that attack stat can reach crazy heights. And is he in the next rotation? He is, and we are going to be getting rid of him here temporarily. Before he comes back round with that insane rotation. Wait, hold up. No, the passive was active. Never mind. For a moment there, I thought the passive wasn't active, and it's like, wait, his attack stat is that high without the passive being active? That's insane. That is crazy. And the reason why I'm basing everything off the attack stat is just because that's like most accurate way of looking at how much they can benefit from certain units like the Goku here. And forgot of this, that is a super attack for him. And we are going to get the 11 key of Gotenks as well. Okay, looking good so far. This particular Gotenks doesn't have a barrier, if I'm not mistaken, so we should be able to get past him without too many issues. And you can see the decline in the Goku's attack stat because Bardock's passive is not active here. You can see the decline anyway, just from Bardock's attack stat alone. Went down by around 600k. So it definitely makes a massive difference there. But he is going to be able to tank these hits regardless. We're going to have the Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku calm background with the Bardock, and of course when the passive is active, hopefully. So I would imagine that his attack stat is going to go up to maybe around 2.8 million. That definitely seems believable. Let's keep the Bardock here. After the super attack, he should be able to tank a bit better. And then maybe if we're lucky, we should be able to stun. You can stun against this event, right? You can stun against this event. So the thing about this Bardock is that he doesn't get that defensive increase prior to super attacking, which is why he is good for Super Battle Road, but he is somewhat of a liability up until he he does get that defensive increase, and the attack increase doesn't matter that much because I mean it doesn't exactly benefit, or what do you call it? It doesn't exactly determine the outcome of how much damage you take overall. It does, of course, what do you call it? It does indicate or dictate how hard he's going to hit after he super attacks, but when it comes to just his defensive abilities, it's a bit of a shame that he does have to super attack first to benefit from that. Right. I mean, right now, the main show here is of course the Bardock, and of course the Vegeta just didn't stun. We are getting a massive increase here, and I'm gonna end up using the Whis because why not? Let's use the Whis, and we are gonna get the super attack here with the Goku. But let me know in the comment section down below how hard or just how high the Bardock's attack stat is going to be. Personally, I think it's going to be 2.8 million. I think that's pretty believable. And the Goku is at 435k. If the Goku can get that high, the Bardock can definitely get 2.8 million. Maybe even more. 2.89 million. And this Bardock isn't even at 100% yet. And there we go. Oh, wow. That was extremely underwhelming considering how high that attack stat is. But yeah, I can definitely see how certain rotations can benefit certain units massively. The Bardock went from like 1.8 million up to like 2.89, which is just crazy considering how the support units are just like not necessarily... I think people have noticed at this point that support units are extremely useful. So, I mean, if this doesn't prove to you that support units are useful, I don't know what will, because the increase that the Goku gave, as well as the Super Saiyan 3 GT to that Bardock, is just absolutely insane. And the Goku himself, his attack stat was over like 400k, which is crazy considering what he can do, or what he is supposed to do. And of course, he does have that super attack mechanic. If you do want to give him a few dupes, and if you want to prioritize the additional attacks, that will probably benefit him a bit more if you do want him to hit a bit harder. But I mean, it depends really, because the thing about the N-type units is that they kind of get shafted because the free ability is dodge. So, I mean, it's a double-edged sword really. You can go for the crits. So the thing about the crits is that when it activates, it's going to be a crit. It's going to hit harder regardless. But with the additional attacks, it's a chance to be a normal attack or an additional attack. So it's kind of like, it's kind of all over the place. But for the most part, I mean, it's whatever. But because the Super Saiyan 3s do have an advantage against this particular event, I'm just going to go ahead and clear things out. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video as always. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. If you guys stuck to this point in the video, I appreciate you guys. And let's start a hashtag in the comment section down below. Let's get a hashtag Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the comment section. And yeah, this is definitely crazy. Look at that. Like, his attack stat is way lower than the previous time that we saw him, which is, it is ridiculous to me. It legit went up by like 1.2 million, which is a massive attack increase right there. And we are very close to the Dokkan mode here. But once we move on to the later stages, it should be pretty much just a one-shot fest. And of course, I don't have my lot of Goku on the team because I have the INT Super Saiyan 3 Goku in this particular team. And you can't run both, but it's whatever. I'm showcasing my boy INT Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I'm going to get the Dokkan mode here. Let's just get this out of the way. And then we can move on to the final 3 stages, which we should be able to one-shot. It's a bit of a shame that this first stage isn't weak to Super Saiyan 3s, but it is what it is. Right, let's finish things off with Super Saiyan 3 Bardock though. I'm so glad I managed to pull him, because this is definitely one of the funnest teams in the game to run, to be honest. There are just so many good units in this team. It's just like, well, you can't go wrong. You definitely cannot go wrong with this particular team. And now we have this one where we have to go for the Paragus. I mean, you can go for the Broly, but I'm pretty certain that you can kill him, but he just has... His defense is just way too high. So there's no point, to be honest. Okay, I was expecting to take way more damage there. But I think I've pretty much gone over what the Goku can do. Incredible support unit. To be honest, if you don't have Super Saiyan 3 GT, he is going to be your next best replacement. He shares experienced fighters with the Bardock as well. So he definitely does have a lot of utility there. To be honest, I could maybe go as far as saying that he is potentially optimal if you don't have Super Saiyan 3 GT. It's a very particular scenario, but the only thing holding him back is the lack of fierce battle, realistically. Because support units tend to be third slot units anyway, it's just like, well, it doesn't matter that much, because if you're keeping Bardock paired up with a fierce battle unit, it doesn't matter that much anyway, because at the very least, the Goku will be activating the experienced fighters, which more than makes up for it, and it's not that much of an issue, to be honest. And here we go, moving on to the last stage. Before we finish things off, who do we have here? We have Super Saiyan 3 Bardock and Super Saiyan 3 Goten, which pretty much guarantees that it is the end for him. Of course, he is weak to Super Saiyan 3s, and here we go. And I was expecting that. I was 100% expecting that. So giving up at the Bardock there, 45k. And now Bardock should be able to one-shot here. And is he going to one-shot? And there we go, 4.2 million. Yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video as always. And if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Hope you guys have a wonderful day as always. And I will see you all in the next one.